If you must blink, do it now. Pay close attention to everything you see and hear. The search has gone on for a long time. The search for three things: a camera capable, a size sensible, and lastly, a price affordable. Okay, I did take inspiration from Kubo and the Two Strings. Great movie, thoroughly recommend. Photography at its core is about chasing light and being able to interpret the world according to your own vision. Now, when it comes to the cameras I use on a day-to-day basis, they're very much used in a professional basis. It's to create these videos, it's to please a client, it's to do a thing. What I wanted is a camera that I can quite happily use to chase light. I will be able to do so much more and have so much more fun. With the expectation of needing to do something, you kind of lose track on what you really enjoy. And that's the root of this. The camera I've chose to do this is the X-E5. And I've spent the good part of the last year or so looking at different cameras, and I knew what I wanted to have, but I didn't really know how much I wanted in it. So, for example, I knew I wanted it to be a Fujifilm camera. They're not the most perfect camera in the world, and I don't need perfection. What I need is something that makes me want to do and be creative at its core. And I feel like the Fujifilm cameras are one of the best at doing this.
Hope they won't shoot me down. They sing on a sleepless night.
Now I've looked at the XM5, I've looked at the X-T5, I've even looked at a GFX 100. What I wanted was something that was more beginner orientated, but great for just general shooting. And this is why I really picked this. I've of course done a review on the camera itself, as well as all of the other Fujifilm cameras, and there you'll get to see my general opinions of the specs and how they shoot just in general. First thing I want to really talk about here when it comes to my decision in getting the X-E5 was it's got to be a camera that's capable, right? And that's with everything that it comes with. I want a camera that still has great video specs, not necessarily as crazy as my FX3, but something that can still do some amazing stuff. And this does 62.2K, 4K 60, and with some of the AI tools that you have in DaVinci these days, you don't necessarily even need to worry about having 120 frames a second. This camera does have exquisite footage, and it does perform relatively decent in low light. And this was proven when I shot at Gemfest shooting the fire dancers. The footage that I got out of that was incredible, and I even shot the 240 frames a second in HD. So this is an incredibly capable camera, especially with that 40 megapixel sensor and IBIS. Because I was initially thinking in between the XM5 and the X-E5. Settled on this because I knew that I was still going to want to have that IBIS inside of the camera. Next thing. The next thing, of course, when it comes to a camera and what I would want out of it is suitable size. When it cocomes to this APS-C and a smaller size camera that I want to be able to take on a day-to-day basis, I want to really be able to put it in my pocket, enjoy being able to hide it, or just going out on days where I'm not necessarily working, but I can still create content. And that's where I feel like the X-E5 is excellent. Now, I was looking at the XM5, but I like the idea of having a viewfinder, I like the idea of it having IBIS, and also looking like a rangefinder style camera. Because I shoot with the FX3, it's got a very similar sort of like bulky design to it, and I've never really been a massive fan of the viewfinder on the top of the cameras. I know a lot of people do like it. I just think it's very average, very normal. like the fact it's on the side and it's still quite a clear viewfinder. Anyway, so that's the size suitable. Let's continue. I've also decided to go for the silver one rather than the black one, which is a bit of a different kind of change for me. Ultimately, my FX3 is a sort of graphite colour, and if they did this in graphite, it would be beautiful. But I went for silver to kind of fit along that kind of theme and be just a little bit different. Again, this is more a tool for having fun, rather than a tool to make money or do jobs. Now, that's not necessarily saying that this can't do it. It can do it, and it can do it really quite well. After the video that I did in Gemfest, and actually during whilst shooting it, I was sending my shots straight to the media team, and every time they were like, this guy is the GOAT, it's awesome, and that was surprising for me because mostly I shoot full frame and this was APS-C and it felt like stepping back. But what I got out of it was an incredibly capable camera that I could literally use in any situation that I was putting it in, and it was delivering. And that's the most important thing. Last thing is really price. Now, I know this is around about £1,500, but it was kind of in the ballpark of what I was expecting to spend on something that has decent video specs, decent photo quality, and also just an all-round, just great powerhouse kind of camera. Really quite happy with it so far. And shooting with Tom today, and so we're doing a comparison between the X-E5 and the X-T50, so make sure you subscribe down below and check it out. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it as we go along, but those are my three things when it comes to a camera that I was looking at to get, and yeah. If you are looking to purchase this camera, then make sure you go to cameracenteruk.com, where we still actually have some available for you right now. The camera is an absolute excellent hybrid camera as well as a photo camera. We did actually recently have Carol from Fujifilm visit the store, and it was one of the selling factors for me when she was showing me through a bunch of the different ways to modify and use your camera, including the My Menu system, the Quick system, and all of that. One of my favourite things was actually the new EVF system. It's kind of reminiscent of a Canon A1, and it just looks really nice and very natural to use, and I will be using it quite a lot going forward. This camera is not the most powerful camera in the world, but it's pretty damn powerful. You've got a lot of capabilities here. Yes, it's not a video orientated camera, but in this case, and I think a lot of you out there might be looking at this for this case, it's a camera that allows you to go to the essentials, have some limitation, because in this day and age, camera technology is so amazing and it just continues to get better, but sometimes it's nice to have a few limitations, have something that's not perfect, but allows you to train, become better, and just fall in love with this thing, which is photography. If you think any of this made sense, then please put in a comment down below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, follow, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'm hoping to reach 4,000 by the end of the year, 4,000 subscribers, so if you can help me reach that, that'd be fantastic, and I hope to see you next time.